Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's nice to see you here today. If you watched my last video, you'll know that it was relatively long. So the plan for this video is to keep it shorter. You read the title, you saw the thumbnail, you get the basic idea. This is a video about pairs of games where I've confused one for the other. For one reason or another, for a long time, or for a short time. A bit of a disclaimer before we start. This isn't meant to say that one game maliciously copied another, or that people are running out of ideas. Sometimes it's just a coincidence, or developers just follow similar trends. And sometimes the games aren't that similar, but my brain insists that they are. Yeah. Anyway, let's do this. Frog Song versus A Frog's Tale. Okay, so these two are both RPG adventure games where you play as a cute little frog. Anyone could make this mistake, and they've both been featured in wholesome directs. In different years. Frog Song was featured in 2021, and A Frog's Tale was featured this year. After this year's direct, I went onto the Wholesome Games Steam curator page to wishlist some games, and I wishlisted A Frog's Tale. And after some more scrolling, I ran into Frog Song and was like, wait, didn't I just wishlist this? And that's when I found out Frog Song and A Frog's Tale are two different frog-based RPGs. It was a short-lived bamboozle, but the end result was a W because now I have two little froggy RPGs to be excited about. Flying Neko Delivery versus Micah and the Witch's Mountain. This one is another case of wholesome games bamboozle. I remember seeing a clip or teaser of upcoming game Flying Neko Delivery on the Wholesome Games Twitter page a while ago. It was a clip showing footage of a feline witch riding around on a magic broom delivering packages. There was also mention of foraging for mushrooms and customizing your own little cottage, and I was sold. I added it to my wish list in anticipation for the release, and then I kind of forgot about it. Until a few months later. I saw the Wholesome Games Twitter account share another clip of an upcoming game where the main character is a little witch and they ride around on their magic broom making deliveries, except this time the witch was not a cat but human, and the game's name was Micah and the Witch's Mountain. And for 2 whole minutes my dumbass thought, oh, Flying Neko Delivery had a redesign. And then I realized that nope, this is just a different game with a similar premise. Once again, a short-lived bamboozle and a W for me because I'm definitely going to be playing both games when they come out. Mail Time versus Mushy Come Home. Now this is a jamais 203 situation. It means never 2 without 3, because this is another situation where I confuse 2 games with a slight similarity because of little Twitter clips from Wholesome Games, because I have a short attention span and an even shorter memory. You know the drill at this point. Mail Time and Mushy Come Home both have main characters with mushroom cap head situations. That's pretty mush it when it comes to the similarities. I mean, one is straight up about a little mushroom who is lost in the forest trying to find its way home, and the other one is a little platformer about a mushroom hat-wearing male scout going on their first delivery trips. They're not even that similar. I just saw 2 cute mushrooms and didn't think that maybe there were 2 cute mushroom games. But I'm glad there are. Stray versus Little Kitty Big City. Okay, this one is not a Twitter clips bamboozle situation, but maybe this is more embarrassing. So if I say, hey, do you know about this indie game where you play as a small kitty cat lost in a city trying to find your way back home? What game are you thinking about? Probably Stray. And that's what my friends thought too, but I was talking about Little Kitty Big City. But they said Stray, and I mean, they were like, yeah, the indie game where you play as a small kitty cat lost in a city trying to find your way back home. Stray. And I thought, maybe Little Kitty Big City had a name change? I don't know. I'm very easily influenced, okay? Even when they started talking about how it's set in a futuristic cyberpunk city, I was just doing mental gymnastics trying to understand why the devs of Little Kitty Big City had so drastically changed their game. Later during that conversation, when I stopped being a doormat and actually mentioned Little Kitty Big City by name, we found out that, get that, there are 2 upcoming indie games where you play a small kitty cat lost in a city trying to find your way back home. Crazy, I know. I mean, what are the odds? To be honest, when it comes to these two games, one definitely radiates more Thor energy and the other one is a bit more low-key, if you know what I mean. It's that golden retriever versus black cat energy type of deal, and I'm here for it. So this last one is almost an honorable mention. I asked some friends what games they had confused before, and they had this to say. Outer Worlds versus Outer Wilds. This is a pretty popular take, but I've never played either game and it got me wondering. Do I know the difference between the Outer Worlds and the Outer Wilds? I mean, I know Outer Wilds is an award-winning open-world adventure game that takes place in space, and after looking it up, I now know that the Outer Worlds is also an award-winning open-world adventure game that takes place in space. That's it though. Their plots, art style, and game mechanics are wildly different. Outer Wilds is about solving the mystery of our solar system trapped in an endless time loop, and the Outer Worlds is about uncovering a deep conspiracy while exploring a space colony and kinda doing whatever you want about it. They're both pretty mysterious though, and equally amazing in their own ways, absolutely. That's it for this video, though I could probably find more of those if I wanted to. Maybe I will. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a like if you feel like it, and subscribe for more videos on my video game shower thoughts. See ya.